Chapter 13. The Arrest. Who are you, woman? Who is in the cart? The forgotten program robot sentry stuttered to her. I am the woman from Alden. This is the hunter that was captured by the clan people years ago. The robot sentry stood for a while. She could hear its comp working, and then it turned slowly to her. AGM will come. Take. Its lights dim. Its metal legs collapsed, and the robot had run out of fuel. The AGM came, and the doors opened. A voice said, "Enter. Sit in a seat." They were taken to the city by the automated AGM. They were placed into rooms in the main tower of the executive. On their third day, the shelterman came, taking them to the court. The executives questioned them for days, asking how they managed to survive with the town closed. They asked him what had happened to the forces they had sent. The executive refused to believe his story of the conflict. They adjourned the court. Within an hour, the two were back in court, now in separate clear screen boxes. You have fabricated this story to enhance the power of the clan. It is a decision of this executive that you are a menace to the people of New Baden, and you are hereby being placed into homes of the unsafe. She was taken to a home just outside the city, with women who have been raped and victimized, lost their memory, even some who claim the clan had abducted them. The woman from Alden was taken into the surgery. The two male attendants sat her in the metal chair. As she sat down, clamps clamped her arms and legs. The doctor came in, injecting a drug in her neck. She collapsed into a bag of bones. When she came round, she was in a bed, naked, in a room with no window, a basin and a toilet. For 6 months, she was given drugs until she couldn't remember her own name. The two women attendants told her she was useless and she would die in this room, and she was not to be trusted. The tattoos on her back meant nothing to anyone that saw them. The clan could not come this far to help her. Her tattoo showed she was a clan Highland leader. The other told of her being a laird of the clan, but the attendants couldn't read clan. Now the hunter was taken to a room, and the doctor gave him drugs to calm him down. He woke up in a small cell with only one door, and a voice said, "Pick up the water and swallow the pill." He did. In seconds he was on the floor unconscious. He woke up in another room with a full bathroom. The hunter spoke to whoever that he would obey the doctor and not cause any problems. After the initial treatments, the doctor became quiet, causing no problems. One day he coughed the pills and they fell on the floor. He staggered, taking a step to the pills, crushed beneath his foot. He slept well that night. No night horrors. The next day he flushed the pills down the toilet. The nights got better. He drank containers of water. At night, in the darkness, he began to bring his body back to full fitness. The hunter would walk the room, then he would lift the chair, then the small table. Soon he began to flex his arms by pull-ups on the windowsill. He couldn't escape. Bars on the windows, guards with bows on all doors, day and night. Therefore, he was living quietly in the coastal house. He had been put into a room on the ground floor, always locked. His barred window looked out onto the gardens and the rolling waves of the ocean only 50 feet away. That was torture. He gazed at the ocean, thinking of her. One day, I'm going to find her. When he heard the screaming of the incoming bomb, he squeezed into the drawer under his metal bed. The bomb was not a direct hit, but the window shattered. His room changed shape. The window disappeared, the wall crumbled, the ceiling fell. Broken bodies were strewn around his devastated room. After a while, the silence was deafening. The hunter crept out from the drawer under his now dishevelled bed. The bars on the window frame were askew, and he walked over disfigured bodies, some torn apart. He took hold of the bars and shook them. They moved easily, falling out into the battered garden. He put his hunting jacket on. Still fits. Time to go. He looked out for the attendants, but they were nowhere to be seen. He ran across the raked lawn, scrambling over torn trees, down onto the beach. It was then that he saw the bodies floating in the ocean, hundreds of them.